Hi, hello. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
This is so cool. Welcome. I just wanted to say hello and that, first of all, I'm very jealous that I didn't get to make it to OffKai because I've seen all the stuff on Twitter. Hi. I've seen all the stuff on Twitter and it looks like a lot of fun. I wish I could have gone. I'm over here in Texas though, so I'm doing my panel remotely. And this is about growth as a male VTuber. Let's go ahead and start. Let me get my notes up and stuff. I'm so nervous, by the way, so like, please excuse me if I sound nervous, even though I am. But it's mostly because it feels like I'm doing a debut again, even though I'm not debuting. And I'm most certainly sure that it's going to be just as scuffed as my debut. So it's okay though. We're used to it. So hi everybody. Welcome to the panel. So first. Who am I? You probably have not seen me before. I still consider myself to be a very small streamer. My name is Swizz, but you can just call me Swizz. That's usually what I go by. And I like to say sometimes that I'm not a VTuber. I mean, it's like, it's in my bio and everything, but it's mostly just as a gag. Mostly because I like to see myself and other VTubers as content creators rather than VTubers specifically. Because usually people get like a certain idea when it comes to VTubers. They think, oh, you gotta have a debut, you gotta, do these certain things that all the other really popular VTubers do. Well, no, I think you can do whatever you want, because really, all it is we're all just content creators using an avatar. So that's why I just like to say I'm a streamer, I'm a content creator, instead of rather I'm a VTuber. So, growth as a male VTuber. Is there a difference? We're just getting into the nitty gritty here. And honestly, no. To be, like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think growth as a male VTuber is any different than growth as a female VTuber, as, non-binary, whichever genders, pronouns you go by. I don't believe in what's usually called the male VTuber debuff. I think it's a myth. There are many successful and big male VTubers now, especially with the recent debuts and stuff of all the Niji-Sanji boys, and the upcoming, I'm pretty sure the Holostars EN is probably going to be coming soon, and I'm sure they'll get a lot of success as well. Yes, statistically, if you look at the top amount of successful VTubers right now, there's a majority of female, but I think it's mostly just because that's probably most of the corporate VTubers. There's statistically more females, so of course there's going to be more successful ones. But there's a lot of really popular male VTubers out there. You got Vox, you got Kanai, and all the other guys from Niji-Sanji. So I don't think there's any much of a difference, but there is sort of a difference. So if you're growing, everybody's different. Regardless of gender, everybody's going to grow at a different rate. Everyone's going to have their own different experiences. We are all slaves to the algorithm that Twitch or Twitter or any other social media will bring us on. So there's going to be a lot of differences between everybody's growth. So everyone's stuff is going to be different. So rather than going more into growth, we are going to talk about for those who have not yet even started. So this is a little bit of a tip as well for people who are interested in doing some VTubing or some streaming, and you haven't yet begun. So before you can grow, you must be planted. So starting as a new VTuber, this is assuming that you've done, you got your design and stuff, you got your model that you want to do. Either you're going to be like a 2D, like PNG, or you got a 3D model, or you got a live 2D model. So decide a little bit more on who you are going to be as a content creator. So rather than just design-wise, what kind of content do you want to make in the future? What do you want your viewers to expect when they come to your channel? So before looking at your goals and like the numbers and stuff, think about how you see yourself and how you want others to see you as well. So I think a very important part in this particular section is you gotta be yourself in a way. So yeah, VTubers, there's people out there that do, they have their own character that they want to play, and they got their own lore and stuff like that, which is completely fine. But if you're starting off and you want to do really cool content, think about if you're comfortable doing that type of content. So something that I bring up as an example is, if some of you may have heard of Kenji, a very, very popular VTuber right now on Twitch. If you ever go to his streams, he is very, very energetic. There's lots of yelling, lots of really hype and funny moments. He's an amazing VTuber. If you've ever been to one of my streams, or a lot of the people that I look up to, they're very low energy, but low energy does not necessarily mean that they are boring, and likewise, high energy does not mean that you're always exciting. The thing is, with Kenji, and I'm pretty sure many others who are like this, the energy that they bring to their streams and what they do is a part of who they are all the time. So it's not just when they put up their stream, whenever they go live, they don't just flip on a switch and okay, I'm gonna be this super energetic, really exciting person now. No. That's probably who they are just all the time. So, play to your strengths. So I had to look this up actually. This little math symbol right here, this little eye with a square, I had to Google. I'm not very good at math, but it means not necessarily. So even though you have low energy, you are not necessarily boring. Something that I struggled with when I first started was that I'm not somebody who is always, I'm not screaming all the time. I don't have a lot of high energy. I think that my strengths are more of dry humor and talking with my audience and making sure they feel comfortable and making friendships with them and connections. But I was thinking, am I boring because I'm not really I don't have a lot of clippable moments as far as I know. But I do have my moments where I do kind of pop off and act a little wild, but for the most part, most of my streams are not like that. And it was something I struggled with, but after asking with people and talking with the people who do enjoy my content, they enjoy it for you. So no matter what, if you feel uncomfortable with yourself, if you think that you aren't energetic enough, if you think that you're too boring or something like that, don't worry about it, because there is definitely going to be an audience for all types of entertainment out there, no matter who you are as a person. There's going to be somebody out there who's going to enjoy your presence and wants to see more of your content. So play to your strengths. It's not always about you have things that you're good at. Even though there's people out there, including myself, I thought I wasn't good at anything, but you have these certain strengths about you, not just with your skills that you bring to the table, but your energy and your vibes. So maybe your strength is that you have a really nice voice and you make people feel at home whenever they're talking on stream, or whenever you're talking on stream. They like to have you in the background. Maybe you're really good for lurking because people just they like your presence and stuff. Or maybe you're really good at cooking as far as skills, and you don't see a lot of many cooking VTubers out there. So you put on your green screens and stuff like that, and you do your cooking streams, and there's going to be people who are going to enjoy that as well. So definitely try to find whatever it is you're good at. It doesn't necessarily have to be a concrete skill, but just as far as who you are as a person. So, and always, I think it's important, something that I've noticed a lot in the community is that people will take a lot of time to do their first streams and their first videos and stuff like that. I think it's really important to start quickly when it comes to VTubing or streaming. If you have not had any experience before making videos or doing a stream or anything like that, I think it's definitely important to just go ahead and take the first step, get out there, do your first test stream. Don't worry about scuff or anything like that, because it's going to happen all the time. No matter what, I don't care how big of a VTuber you are, you're going to have scuff streams, you're going to have scuff videos. It's better to just get used to it now, get your experience as a streamer, Find out what you like about it before you get your big, huge debut going. You got your super expensive like $20,000 model and stuff, and it turns out you don't even really like streaming or anything like that. So start off small, start quickly. Bring out your like little 2D PNG model or anything like that, and have fun with it, because in the end, it's not going to matter about your model or anything like that. It's going to be who you are as a streamer and a content creator and really like an entertainer at the end of the day. So when it comes to being yourself, yes, I think you should be yourself 100%. But be yourself, you're an entertainer, so you can amp it up a little bit. So a lot of times, even at my streams, I amp myself up a little bit. It may not seem like it, but like when people hear me off stream, if I ever go to my Discord to hang out, I just randomly pop in there and start talking to them. They're always like, "You sound sleepy," or "You sound tired." I'm just like, no, that's just me all the time. It's just on streams, I gotta put up my energy just a little bit to make sure I can keep some people's attention a little bit. But just be a more amped version of yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to completely turn yourself 180 with your personality or anything like that. Just be yourself, but just a little bit more of yourself, if that makes any sense. So, you started, and how do you grow? Sorry. So, I think it's important to define your goals in the beginning. So, you want it to be something small, and this is what you hear all the time from like everybody who ever gives like content creator advice. It's always set your goals and what you want to accomplish. I would say start small and build from there, but don't just choose like a number or a status. Don't just say like, I want to get 1,000 followers. I want to get partnered on Twitch. I want to get like 10K subscribers on YouTube or something like that. Don't worry about like numbers all the time. When it comes to your goals, think about what you want to have like that's not just a status or a stat. So like you want to have a community. You want to have like people that consistently show up to your streams and like want to know how you're doing. You want to have like people make friends within your community. Have people like meet each other. So there's like a lot of things like that, and I think that really helped me a lot with chasing my goals, because I realized that it's not just going to be numbers and stuff. You're going to have like people that you want to like make relationships with, or stuff like that. Also, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I have a little bird on my shoulder. His name is Lucas. He's actually a bird that I have in my room all the time. So if you hear tweeting or screaming or anything like that in the background, that's my bird. That is Lucas. So I'm apologizing right now, but it happens a lot in my streams and stuff. So once you define your goals, don't look at the numbers. So, like I said, you can grow in many other ways. Don't just worry about numbers going up, because these things are going to change all the time. Numbers fluctuate constantly, okay? I was going to mention when I started this that my average viewer count was, around like 35, 40 viewers a stream. And I've lately I've been kind of like feeling a little bit down, because it happens to everybody. And even if you don't want to worry about numbers, it happens to everybody. We all look at numbers eventually. And I've been feeling kind of bad because numbers are going up, numbers go down, but it happens to everybody. There's some things that you're just not going to be able to have any control over. So try not to stress the numbers. Don't always just look at them and be like, why aren't they going up? What's happening? It's nothing with you, I promise. There's, people are going to be busy. There's so many different things out there that are going to be factors in this type of thing, so you can't focus too much on it. And also, the most important thing to do when it comes to growing is to just make content. As obvious as this seems, there's a lot of people out there that are, they got the VTuber tag, they say that they're a streamer and stuff. Maybe they're planning something, but I can't support you if you don't have a stream that I can go to and watch, or if you don't have any videos or something that I can go and check out. What's your content? Are you just a design? Are you just a character? So I highly suggest just trying to go out there and make content, figure out what you like, and then figure out what sticks for you and your audience, and continue on from there. But seriously, just make something. It may seem like daunting at first, but start off with some stuff that's like, that you know you can do. Something that, it doesn't have to be like a huge video or anything like that. If you like to see like clip compilations and stuff on YouTube, and have a stream. Try to like build up some moments where you think that you can have like clippable content, and go for that. And just make like a really, really short YouTube video, just anything. And then just throw it up on your Twitter, or throw it up on whatever social medias and stuff that you have. And it really makes a difference just to have something out there, just to let people know that you are really trying at this thing and it's something that you want to do. Let me see. So, after you've done some growth, here's just some general tips. I say general tips, but these might be a little bit more specific. Make friends when you're doing this. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to come to your streams, that are going to be online, and they're going to interact with you. Sorry. So, like, make friends, like friends, not people that you want to come to your stream. Don't talk to people because, maybe they'll rape me later or something like that. No. Talk to these people because you genuinely think that you're going to be a good friend with them, and that, there's somebody that you think you can vibe with and, like, have fun with. All of these people, if you're talking on, like, VTuber Twitter or VTuber community, you're talking to other VTubers, they all got their own stuff going on, right? So you can't expect these people to, like, come to your streams and support you. We all support each other through, passive energy. We'll give each other like a like or something like that, but we don't have time to sit there usually for watching, like 4-hour streams unless we have like a day off or something like that. So please don't expect other streamers and VTubers to be your main support. Try to make friends with them, set up a collab if you really think that you're gonna vibe with them really, really well. Talk with them beforehand, but try to make friends, don't make viewers. Make your viewers through your content whenever you release it. And also, while you're still small, do your best to cherish every viewer that you can, while you can, because it does get very hard later on to get to know these people. Something that I like to pride myself on when my streams is that every time I see somebody new, and if they've stopped by for a couple times, I'll memorize their name, I'll know their pronouns if I've ever asked them for pronouns. I'll memorize like the types of stuff that they like, I'll memorize, what they don't like, I'll memorize, the type of humor that they have. And it may seem really hard and daunting at first, but it does get, it's something you can really do. It's not that hard, because I feel like I wasn't very good with like memorizing things or anything like that, but once these people actually show up, you appreciate them a lot more and you can really get to know them. So, it's not just a name at the end of the day. These are all their own person. These are all their own people. They give up time in their day to come over to your stream and say hi, and they're watching you for a bit. These people are a part of your life just as much as you are a part of theirs, even if just by a little bit. So please, treat them with as much respect as you can. Make them feel special, because while you're small, you can still do that type of thing, and it really means a lot when it helps to grow in a community. And then, I think I mentioned it a little bit before, but still, don't stress numbers. Like, there's so many things out there that are gonna like change what you do or like change your numbers, but in the end, it's not gonna be always something that you've done. There's an infinite amount of reasons why numbers can go up and down. Maybe people are busy that day. Maybe it's not necessarily the game that you're streaming. It's not always anything like that. Sometimes there's just points where a lot of people have been like really busy and they can't show up to the streams as much. So instead of focusing on stuff like numbers and like looking at the viewers and stuff, focus more on things that you can control. So you can control like your content, you can control how many times you release a video, you can control how much effort you put into a video if you're doing like editing or something like that, or even streams. Like, be like, man, I've kind of been streaming the same thing for a while now, maybe I should mix it up, try out something different. Instead of just having another stream where you're playing the game and talking in chat, maybe try to make like a little special event or something like that. Like, recently I had, as much as I don't like singing, and I'm not much of a singer or anything, I had a little karaoke event and like VR and stuff, because I was just like, you know what, I feel like my content's been getting a little stale, I did karaoke. I called it bad karaoke, and I did, terrible songs, and I sang in a stupid voice and all that stuff. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a really nice change of pace, and it really helps you get some motivation back if you're feeling a little burnt out. Don't be afraid to try new things as a small content creator, because you don't really have much to lose or anything like that. So try as much as you can to do some new stuff. And also, just don't compare yourself to others, because this is something that it happens naturally whenever you're just viewing other people or looking at content creators and stuff. Don't compare yourself, at least as far as like success. Compare yourself in like ways of, what are they doing that is different from me, or like I want to do something like that as well. So like maybe you can kind of like use their ideas, but morph them into something of your own, instead of just copying ideas, because there's a lot of that in content creation in general, is that people will go and they'll take other ideas from streamers that they like, but, put a little twist on it, and, find something that is it's more suited towards, like, the audience that you have at the moment, and have a lot of fun with that in that way. But, yeah, this is actually, it went a little bit quicker, or a little quickly. I can't talk, I'm sorry. This went a lot faster than I thought. So I can start taking questions if we have any questions over here.
I think you can bring them.
Yeah, if you're in the OffKai Discord, you can come and check it out, and in the panel one room chat, you can talk to me and say whatever you want. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody who got to come by. It's so nerve-wracking seeing everybody in this room, actually, because when you're just talking to the screen, you don't get to actually see all these actual people here. But yeah, thank you so much for even coming. It's amazing.
Hello?
What's one thing you know now that you wish you did differently when you started? Something that I know now that I wish I did differently when I started. So, when I started, I did a lot of focus on, wait, sorry. I'll take the question right after this one. But yeah, so one thing that I wish I did differently when I started was that I tried to, emulate other people a little bit, and it got really cringe. And so like if you try to be energetic on stream or anything like that, like make sure it's something that you're comfortable with. Don't be energetic because you like the content of other people. Do it if you're really comfortable with it and it's something that you actually want to do and it's who you think you are as a person. So definitely just, play to your strengths, because there's always going to be an audience out there that likes you for who you are. So definitely just don't worry about other people. Thank you for the follow. All right. Next question.
Hello?
There's a little bit of a delay, so bear with me.
Go ahead.
My question is, if you're just starting out, where do you find your audience? How do you get people to know?
I'm sorry, there's just a little bit of delay. Yeah,
How do you get people to know who you are and what you do?
It's the thing.
Okay, so yeah, finding that initial audience, this is always going to be the hardest part of content creation. So the way I found my audience was I started messing around on other stuff, because usually Twitch is super, super hard, in fact probably terrible to find new people to come and watch your streams. So instead of going to Twitch, I used TikTok, and TikTok was actually a really helpful platform to help with that type of stuff. But what I would do is, if you're looking for your audience and you don't necessarily, maybe the algorithm's not doing you well on the other platforms, look into finding other content creators with a similar vibe to you. Because if you can identify like what kind of energy you have and what kind of content that you make, and if you can find other VTubers that are similar to that, make friends with them. Like, this is another networking thing. So yeah, you can make friends with them, talk with their audience, and just be like, hey, we should collab sometimes because I feel like we're pretty much, similar, and you can use that collab to kind of like meet other viewers, and those viewers, if they like your content, they'll talk to other people, because I have a lot of people in my current audience that bring their friends. They like my stuff, and they'll like tell their friends about it. I'm just like, yo, like there's like free marketing there. But I would say networking is a good way to get your initial audience, or other platforms, just making the videos that you want to make, and eventually people will start coming. You just got to keep going for it though, because like I said, the algorithm and all these platforms, it's hit or miss. Honestly, it's a lot of luck, even though people might not want to say it is. You just got to make sure that once you have a video that does stick, make sure it's something that you're proud of, and that it's a good representation of you. That way, when people see this really viral video, or they see this video that they come across with you, they'll be like, oh, okay, I want to see more of this person, so they go back to it. So that would be my answer. And somebody says, I actually found you on TikTok because I felt like you had a really unique and funny videos. Do you have any tips for making short form content? Yes. So for short form content, I would say if you want like legitimate like tips and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of things that hit is that there's like a certain formula when it comes to making like short videos. If you're talking to them, but you gotta have like a hook, and then you have like the main punch of the content. So like start off your content with something that makes people want to stay on the video, and then you hit them with something nice. But also I would just say, as much as since it is all just algorithm and stuff, do some trends and stuff like that. Like don't be afraid to be like, oh, I'm too good to hop on this trend or anything like that, because I see it all the time. But if there's a trend that you actually like and you think it's pretty cool, just hop on it. A lot of people, it's a trend for a reason. So like a lot of people are going to be looking at these types of videos and seeing what's in it. So don't be afraid to hop on a trend and follow that type of thing. Did you cut your hair? Is it a wig? Oh no. No, my mom cut my hair actually. But no, it's legit hair. It kind of wiggles a little bit, but. Yeah, I've been told it looks like, a lot of people like to call me like a emo venti or something like that. I don't even play Genshin Impact, but that's what they call for. But yeah, thank you so much for freaking stopping by the panel and everything. If you guys have any other questions, I'm sure that they can make a little thread about it. And I'll do my best to answer any questions when it comes to getting growth or just starting out as a VTuber or anything like that, so you guys can all follow whatever you want to do in the future.
Thank you.
Sorry, there's like delay, so like I'm just waiting to like reaction and stuff like that. But thank you. Yeah, there you go. Applause. Thank you. So yeah, I didn't even really like plug myself or anything like that because I completely forgot about it. However, if you do want to find me on Twitch or TikTok or anything like that, you can look up my tag, which is just Swizz, which is right there. It's the same thing for YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all that stuff. So. Thank you so much for coming, guys, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day at OffKai. It looks like so much fun. I'm gonna have to go there eventually, so. But yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by.